Okay, back on the scene with the Ultimate Empire at War FX-Mod hybrid thing.
T2B, a Marauder cruiser here.
There are a few parts of the game I would like to draw a little bit of attention to. One of which being the new ground structures I've allowed you to build, which is the command center. Hold on, let me find out where I put my command center. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I put one on Polis. Yep, there's one on Polis. This is the command center right here. You can see I have it highlighted right there. I have one built right here on Polis. And as you can see, as unprofessional as it is, the description is missing. So what these command centers do is they increase the price of everything you build there by 25%, but everything that is built there is built at double speed, with the exception of, you know, Super Star Destroyers and Death Stars. So the Executors, the Eclipses, and the Death Stars are both unaffected by command centers, both in terms of pricing and build time. And what the command structures additionally do is that they work they also work kind of like mining facilities. They reward a little bit of extra income. They reward extra income to that planet, and they reward more income than a normal mining facility. But the trick with this is you can only build one command center per planet, and you can only have 3 command centers built at a time. So, you know, where you place your command centers and what you plan on building with it are kind of important. But yeah, that's what those are for. Also, there have been like build limits added to a variety of different structures and units in this mod. So, you know, the Rebellion and the Empire can only build a grand total of 20 mining facilities, 3 mining facilities per planet maximum. And so the command centers kind of help you with the income and all of that, because, you know, playing the original Empire at War and all of that stuff, you know, the amount of money you could make got really out of hand compared to how much things cost. It seems like, you know, you just wait a little while and you can afford pretty much anything. You know, Star Destroyers and stuff like that became totally replaceable units. You never really had a need to take care of your units, so that's kind of what I'm shooting for here a little bit. On top of that, you know, Executors and stuff like that have build limits. So even though you can build replacements for them, you only have a limited number of them you can build, say like maybe 5. So you can only have 2 built at a time, but you can only build a total of 5. Once you've lost 5 of them, you're not getting any more. The Eclipses can only be built once each. There are 2 different versions: the Ultimate Empire at War version for the Consortium and the Rebellion, and then you have the Empire version, which uses the model from the actual game. And let's see what else. Of course, the Death Stars are one-time only builds. I shouldn't have to mention that. They're Death Stars. Let's see. The Consortium uses the Zan Consortium palaces for, you know, for kind of like mining facilities and stuff. So, you know, they have like a build limit of 10 on those, but I'm pretty sure they reward better, much better planetary income increase than the mining facility. So it kind of evens out. The Consortium's starships, you know, their frigates and stuff that spawn garrison starfighters, their vehicles spawn twice as many as the others, but there's a reason for that. But I don't really want to talk about the Consortium right now. They're a little complicated. And there's my laptop. There's my game choking again. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Jesus, that was sudden. Zoom out of Typhera. So yeah, things like that. I just kind of wanted to let people know, you know, what I'm doing with my version of the mod. You know, I don't really want to call it my mod. It's Ultimate Empire. It's a hybrid of Ultimate Empire at War and the FX mod. It's pretty cool, if you ask me, but, you know, since nobody's really played it but me, I can't really, you know, it's kind of a biased opinion.
Construction complete.
As you can see here, I've been kind of waiting to invade Coruscant. I plan on hitting Phrasia, Annexus, and Ilium first, and then taking the Lusankya, which I forgot to mention, straight through EBAC 9, and then hitting Coruscant with that. But yeah, the Lusankya, I kind of wanted to get onto that. It has 10 population points instead of the typical, you know, the typical 15 of Superstar Destroyers. Good against Class 1 Star Destroyers, Imperial Dreadnought Carriers, and Imperial Star Bases. Weak against TIE Bombers, TIE Defenders, and TIE Hunters. The description is, of course, not accurate. Let's send this thing in the battle. You know what?
Ready, sir.
I think I'm gonna... Yeah...
Easier than the castle.
No, I'm gonna take it to Ilium. That's what I want to do. I want to demonstrate what the Lusankya does. Half of the turbo laser hard points on the Superstar Destroyer have been replaced with laser cannon batteries on the Lusankya only. So, you know, all the other Executor class Superstar Destroyers are still the same. Tactical battle imminent, yes! But yeah, so the Lusankya has half of its turbo laser batteries replaced with laser cannon batteries. I mean, this thing just plows right through those Corvettes because of that. And instead of a tractor beam function, the Lusankya has a self-destruct button, which you probably may have seen in another video, but I think I can get more out of it here.
The defending position. Enemy forces ahead.
Let's put a Dreddy carrier there.
Orders received.
How close can I get to the base?
Ordnance received.
Well, the base is over here. Okay, so I think that's as close as I can get.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Works.
Our shields are down. Ready for orders.
There we go. And there's the Lusankya. Jeez! These guys are pissed. Now it's time to test the self-destruct button. And just like that, every starfighter in the general vicinity has just been annihilated. Let's see, how much damage did we manage to do to that Star Destroyer? Not a whole... Whoa, actually, more than I thought. That Star Destroyer got raped. But, yeah. It's still got one hard point left in the green, and our starfighters are picking off what's left of it. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. The range for the explosion of the Lusankya is significantly larger than those aggressor class cruisers the Consortium has, and the Lusankya packs a lot more power, so it actually does a decent amount of damage to capital ships and frigates that are unshielded. I remember one time I almost blew Thrawn's face off self-destructing the Lusankya. It was actually pretty awesome. I didn't expect him to be there, and I remember I also blew off every single hard point on the arc hammer except one, which was barely out of range and only hanging on by like 2% of its HP. So, you know, it's pretty cool. There's that other intro video. Yeah, we have two introduction videos for, two introductions for this mod. It's always predetermined which one shows up. You know, one shows up first and the other one shows up when you, after a certain amount of time elapses, or after you leave the menu screen and boot it up again. So, you know, it alternates between the two back and forth. But yeah, there are, you know, the first intro is the Rebellion versus the Empire. The second one is the Rebellion versus the Consortium. I'm thinking of adding maybe a third or fourth one, you know. Doesn't really hurt anything, but, you know, just a little creativity to it. And that's all I really want to show for now. I just hit the 10-minute mark on the video, so I'm gonna just let this go because, you know, you know, as cool as this was to show off, I don't really feel like anybody would want to spend 10 minutes listening to me talk to myself about a mod nobody can play at the moment. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Alright, see ya.